Hey guys, so glad to see you today. Thanks so much for coming with us today for Humanities 3. We're going to go ahead and get started. So it's Humanities 3. Today is Wednesday, 3/25, and we're just going to go over a couple quick objectives so we can make sure that everybody is up to date and feeling good about our distance learning that we've been doing for the last week and a half. So today your objective is to create an informative brochure using textual evidence from multiple sources. These are the two competencies that you guys are going to be working through: read critically and lead inquiry. So one of the big things that we're looking for is drawing on textual evidence and making connections to really, in this case, historical events and institutional structures. And then the last thing is that you're going to be able to communicate your findings in a precise, compelling, and organized way. And you're doing that by creating a brochure about your economy. So my big question to you is, where am I today? So where should you be at by today, Wednesday? You should have completed all of your research from the sources that were provided to you, plus a couple additional sources that you decided on, whether that was a video or a news article or a journal or something like that. That was up to you. And you should have also completed the research and done the paraphrasing and citing for that. So what's next today, I'm going to show you how to build your works cited page. It's super, super easy. And you're just going to be using the EasyBib add-on in Google Docs. And then from there, you'll be able to put your brochure together. So I will show you how to do that. I'm not going to get into this portion yet. Let's see. Oops. So I wanted to go into EasyBib just to show you guys how this is done. I've already added the EasyBib add-on, but if you're needing to know how to do that, you can just go to add-on, and then you'll be able to go to get add-ons. And once that loads, you could click on EasyBib and it'll walk you through the installation process. It's pretty easy. It should only take you a couple of minutes. And then when you have that add-on completed, you can go back to add-ons, click on EasyBib, do manage bibliography, and then if you have a particular resource that you're using, you should have already collected the website with the graphic organizer that we created, but you're just going to copy and paste the article that you're using. I'm going to move me over here. And so this is a website, and I'm just putting this in here. And then it's going to take a second for it to search, but it popped up right here. We know that this is the title, Can Fascism Occur in Democracy? And if you just wanted to double check that, you could do that here. Boom, it's right there. It tells me my author and when that was updated. So that's going to go right in. I'm just going to say, okay, I agree, I'm selecting you. And then give it a couple moments because it's just loading all that information from EasyBib, and it's going to start to create your works cited page here in a second. So I'm just doing add bibliography to document, and bam, it's there. And I did it twice because I think I wanted to practice before I gave you guys this information. So keep in mind on the works cited page, the names need to be in alphabetical order. So I got lucky on this one. My first source started with an A. Just make sure that you're putting that works cited in alphabetical order. Okay, so that's that section. That's what you should be done with today before you start to do your brochure. Okay, so now about this brochure, what is it exactly that I am supposed to be doing on this, right? That's the big question. You guys have your criteria for success on what that's supposed to look like. And sorry for jumping around so much, but I want to make sure that you guys are getting all of the information that you need. So this is the criteria for success, basically, that needs to be completed. You need to make sure that you have your own definition of your particular type of economy. You need to have the advantages and disadvantages. you're going to want to explain how the economy compares to the other types of economies. So if you are doing market economy, then you'll want to make sure that you're comparing to developing and command economy and so forth. You want to give examples of countries that use your particular type of economy and why it works or not there. And then you need to have at least 4 visual representations that can include charts, graphs, representations of leaders or resources that they have in that specific type of economy, whatever you're choosing. You'll, of course, want to have your works cited page because we don't want plagiarism here. And then you'll need to use some economic vocabulary with your own definitions. And then, of course, you just want it to have proper punctuation, grammar, spelling, and organization. So the next thing that I thought we would do is we would go ahead and show you what this should look like. And this is a really rough example of what one of these could look like. And we're just going to do present. And you're going to notice that some things are missing, some things are not where they should be for a completed project. And that's on purpose, I promise. It's not just me being too busy or lazy or anything like that. There's a purpose for that for later this week. So the economy that I chose was fascism. This is not one that you guys studied, but it is an important one that maybe in a history class next year, if you take one, you'll see. The other thing that I wanted to point out is that the pages aren't in order of how you would think. So make sure that you remember, like, page 1, that's the cover. So if we were going to fold that up, that would be the front part of your actual brochure. Okay, so this is what my cover looks like, and then this is my second page. This is giving me the information about what is fascism. I tell you what that is, and then I have my vocabulary terms defined. And then the back, this is the very last page. That's your works cited. You'll notice that mine is blank. And then here is where I have all of my information. So I broke it up by advantages and disadvantages, just like my criteria for success told me. And then my other types of economies compared to fascism. And then the last question that I had was, where does this type of economy occur and why does it work or not? Okay, so keep those in mind. The example of this is going to be posted in Google Classroom. So if you want to use it as a template or whatever, you're more than welcome to do that. But otherwise, each of you already received your own, you'll already receive your own template for you to start on. Okay. Okay. So that is that information for you. So just, I created a quick checklist for you. You should have, again, completed your research, asked for help if you needed help on paraphrasing. Again, you can do that by email or through Google Classroom or even on Instagram if you wanted to. Make sure you upload the EasyBib add-on to Google Docs, create your works cited page, and then be ready to have your brochure completed by Friday, because on Friday you're actually going to share and do a peer feedback protocol. Okay, so what's next for this week? The brochure is going to be due by 9 a.m. on 3/27, and you need to have that put into Google Classroom unless there's some sort of issue with Google Classroom not allowing you to load it. And again, like I previewed, you're going to do a peer feedback on 3/27, so it's really important that you have that done so that way your peers are able to assist you, but you're also able to participate in that process. And then, so what do I need to do if I need help? Well, there's a couple things, right? So you can always join the live session, which I hope that more of you will join. We're going to do that on Google Hangouts. So again, I just want to make that clear. We're going to do that on Google Hangouts. Don't try to go to my YouTube channel because it's not going to be there. We decided as a class that we wanted to make sure that we see each other on a regular basis, and that's been the best and most successful way for us to do that. So starting tomorrow afternoon, make sure that you check your Google Calendar so that way it's set for your reminder, and that takes place from 9:30 to 9:50 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then if you're missing my corny jokes on a daily basis, or you just want to see what's going on, you can follow me on Instagram at the Not Quite Couture Teacher, or of course on this YouTube channel. And make sure that you subscribe because I want to make sure that you guys are getting notified every time I post a video or a new lesson or whatever it might be. But just make sure you subscribe and leave a comment so that way I know that you stopped by and saw what was going on. All right, guys, I miss you. I hope that you were able to take some of this information and that it was helpful. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon.